just like I'm sure most of you had to deal with, my pre-orders were delayed indefinitely, and finally the Tab S8 that I pre-ordered back in February is finally here. So without further ado, let's unbox this thing. So the pre-order was pretty good. So just so you guys know, I did a trade-in. I'm trading in my Tab S7 Plus. So I've had the Tab S7 Plus just sitting around for quite a while. Alright. So what I ordered was, got a couple of things in here. So first things first, I gotta say Samsung does a really good job always of packaging the packages really well. So getting into this. Okay, so here we go. So we got three different things here. Let me get rid of this packaging. So much. That was actually pretty excessive, if you ask me. So much for at least for recycled material, but yeah. Anyways, so one of the few things that I got was a portable SSD. You know, I got $50 of credit, so instead of using that for earbuds and stuff like that, I figured might as well get $50 off of a Samsung portable SSD. So I already have one of these, so I used it to edit my videos on. So having a second one was pretty nice. So 1 terabyte, that's solid. So we got the slim keyboard cover here, similar to the one for the Tab S8 Plus I already have. And we also got the Tab S8 as well. So this is the small tablet. So what is it, 11 inch? Yeah, an 11-inch tablet. You know, only difference that I know of is just the screen. So as you know, you get slim packaging in here because you get no actual charger in the box. So without further ado, let's just hop right into this. So I'm actually pretty excited because I've never had the base model before, and you know, I kind of think it would be pretty good for a lot of students to be able to do a lot of, what's it called, note taking and stuff like that. So there it is. Wow, it is very tiny, but you know, I kind of expected that. So as usual, tablet is in here. Wow, that is very tiny, and actually I kind of dig it. I dig how kind of small this is. So the tablet aside here, we get your S Pen in here. I have so many of these now. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with them, but yeah, I have a ton of S Pens now, but that's pretty nice. I have an extra one here. And then you also get your cable in here. It should be a USB, I think C to C. Yep, USB-C to USB-C cable in here, so that's nice. And then, struggle in here, you know what? Oh, I don't know if I can get it, there we go. Okay, so get that in there. And then in here, it's your paperwork inside of there, and you also get a SD card slot / SIM card slot ejector tool if you have the data version, but you know, this is expandable storage, so you can use that to expand your storage and open it up. So let's put these back in here for now, and then put all this aside. I'll take the S Pen out, put this all to the side, and hop right into this. So as you know, typically Samsung likes to cover this nicely. All right. So instead of doing like a screen protector, this is very tiny, but you know what? Like I said, I think I dig it. I think I dig this tiny, tiny tablet. So this is the same color that I have on my Tab S8 Ultra, and I noticed that the fingerprint looks like it has like a finger sensor built into the power button here, which is actually pretty cool. Samsung Galaxy's got some juice in here, but otherwise it's got the same squared off buttons as the Tab S8 Ultra and Tab S8 Plus. So while that's booting up, let me take a look at the book cover keyboard here. So this you should just peel right off. Yep, there we go. So is there any difference between the one that I have for the S8 Plus? You get your start guide, you get your packaging thing in there, that side over there, and nope, looks pretty much exactly the same. Keys feel exactly the same. All right, so just by looking at the welcome menu here, from an angle, I can already see a bit of a quality difference on the display. I think this is LCD if I'm not mistaken, but you know, I don't think it's that bad looking. All right, so let me go ahead and set this up. I am going to do a transfer. I'm going to transfer my Tab S8 stuff onto here and take a look at it. So far, like I said, it's a tiny tablet. It's completely new to me, so this is actually pretty cool. And I think I might use this as like my note-taking tablet because I like the portability size. I definitely like how small this is. So let me get this all set up and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so my honest first impression so far after setting this up is I'm actually very impressed right now. I'm actually really excited to use this as a daily tablet. Now, for the size that it is, an 11-inch LCD display, I think this is going to be really nice for note-taking. So I've been using the Tab S8 Plus for my note-taking. The Tab S8 Ultra I've used more as like my productivity type of tablet. So media consumption, I do that on the Tab S8 Plus as well sometimes, but mainly media consumption, mainly as the second screen, mainly as video editing. You know, I'm trying to use this as almost like a laptop type of style. Versus the Tab S8 Plus, I try to use it more as a tablet style. And this feels like it would be more of a tablet style as well. Of course, it has all those abilities and functionality that the Tab S8 Ultra has. So it has the ability to go into DeX mode and stuff like that. So if you go into the quick settings here, you have the ability, where is it at? Right here. Go into DeX mode. So you can go right into DeX mode, and I got the free book cover keyboard here, which is the slim version, similar to the Tab S8 Plus one that I have. And again, you can easily dock it up and use this like you would pretty much like a laptop. So this feels like a very tiny laptop. So if you're into tiny laptops, the 11-inch screen might be nice. I see this more, like I said, as a tablet first. So this is just an extra feature, an extra bonus. And that's pretty much the same performance capabilities as the Tab S8 Ultra and the Tab S8 Plus, just in a smaller form factor. It's got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, 8 GB of RAM. All of these start with 120 GB of storage, so you're getting pretty much the exact same specs. Of course, the only downgrade is the fact that you're going to get an LCD screen, an 11-inch screen, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, you're going to get a smaller display and a less quality display technically, but so far, it looks pretty good. I did notice that these two tablets, Tab S8 Plus and the Tab S8 Ultra, were a bit brighter compared to the Tab S8 here, but this still gets plenty bright enough. It's almost at full max, now it's at full brightness, and it's still plenty bright enough in my opinion. Where I did notice that it looked a little bit, more jarring was the fact that when you go into the blue light filter, when you go into eye comfort shield, it's way more dramatic and not as nice looking. It looks very like blue lightish, So I mean, it's up to you. To me, I think it's more jarring. Like when I switch between it, it just looks way weirder. I guess it's because probably the OLED looks a little bit different. But yeah, that's the only thing that I noticed differently from the LCD to the OLED. But otherwise, I still think it's a pretty high quality display. Let's go into a video here real quick. Is as the Tab S7 Plus book cover keyboard, so it's clicky and good travel, just no trackpad there. And you both can angle or dock your tablet in a certain spot, but the Tab S8 Plus Slim keyboard one just docks at one angle. So you set it, you're done, and you're good to go. So that's maybe a plus for some people because you don't have to think about it, or it's a negative for some people because you don't have the flexibility. So yeah, it doesn't look bad at all in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good. I don't even know if it's a 1080p, but still, I think it looks really good. It also was really loud. It's almost as loud as like my Tab S8 Plus as a Tab S8 Ultra here. You got quads firing speakers, so you're gonna get Dolby Atmos on each side, which is pretty good. So overall, I think it sounds pretty good. One of the differences that I wanted to point out here is that the fingerprint sensor is now on the button itself instead of on the actual display like these two are. And I will say it's pretty responsive. I mean, I think there's features where you can just literally just rest your finger. Yep, just resting your finger on here will automatically turn it on. You don't have to press down. You just gotta lay your finger on there. It's kind of hit or miss, looks like, but it's still pretty fast. As soon as it registers that you put your finger down on there, it opens pretty fast. Also has facial recognition, so I already set that up. So boom, right, go in, boom, unlock and swipe in. So yeah, facial recognition works really nice on here as well. I didn't actually check out the cameras, but I'm not really that big into cameras. So you got the ultra wide as well, similar to the Tab S8 Plus and the Tab S8 Ultra here. So it's a pretty wide looking shot. You can see how wide that is there. You can see my whole table, and you can see in the corner there we have the Tab S7 Plus over here. That's actually updating to One UI 4.1. I haven't used it in a little bit, so it's actually updating right now. But if we're comparing this to this, I mean, kind of getting a downgrade. The only upgrade you're really getting is you're really getting the new processor and 2 more gigabytes of RAM. But otherwise, you're getting a, I wouldn't say inferior, but just like a downgrade slightly to the display and downgrade in size. But otherwise, it's the Tab S7 Plus. If you already have that, I don't know if I might make a video comparing the two, in case you're wondering, you know, I have this now, but maybe I would be fine with the Tab S8, and that could be a possibility. I think if you're looking for a smaller form factor, then you definitely might like that. But overall, the design of this tablet, like I said, it's very similar to both of these. It's just a miniature version of them. So if you put them right here, you can see it's literally a miniature version. And something else I'm noticing here is that there's a bit of a color difference here. So both of these are supposed to be the new black versions, and the black on the Tab S8 Ultra looks a little more graphite, versus the black on here, it looks more grayish. Let me see the black on this one. Wow, so they're all kind of different blacks. So this looks more like a midnight black, and then this one looks like more of a graphite black, and then this looks more like a charcoalish black. I don't know if that's an accurate way to describe it, but that's how I'm looking at it. So there's a little bit of difference of all the blacks here, so that's interesting. But as you can see, very exact same form factor here. They look all exactly the same, from the Tab S7 Plus to the Tab S8, Tab S8 Plus, and Tab S8 Ultra. So yeah, they're not going to get much of a design difference, ever so slightly small things. So the sides is now more of a similar design or material to the back part compared to the Tab S7 Plus, that, as you can see, it's all scratched up. So maybe that'll help with the durability. But otherwise, oh, look at that. So it's not too bad. I mean, I'm in decent lighting conditions right now because of my lights, but it doesn't look too bad, you know? Of course, you have the option of natural or bright, and you can take a wide selfie. So it's actually decently wide. It's like the Tab S8 Plus probably. And I'm assuming you have auto frame. Yep, you have auto frame featuring here. So if I move over here, I think it's gonna work because I have it set. I don't really think it's gonna work that well, but you have that feature. Oh, here we go. You have that feature available as well. So, and also I want to mention real quick, damn, did the Samsung have just a crap ton of bloatware. So these are all the Samsung apps, and these are all my Google apps. Typically I keep those, but then look at all this. So I transferred all the stuff that was on my Tab S8 Plus, because I do plan on kind of replacing the Tab S8 Plus with the Tab S8, because I mostly want to use it for just note taking, and I think this smaller form factor will be nicer. But this is what I had originally, right? And then this is what got installed, well, not only from the transfer, but also, oh, the finger sensor's now, okay, there we go. But also from what Samsung has pre-installed. So look at the difference here. So I have to go through here and delete all of this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and select all this stuff. I think Samsung Health was another one. So, but I don't want this, I don't want this. I don't use that, I don't use that, I don't use that. Can I delete that? I don't know if it'll let me. I don't use that, I don't use that. Looks like that's pretty much it. So if we uninstall all of that, okay, we have to agree to every single one of these. Okay. So yeah, Samsung has a decent amount of bloatware. It's mostly Samsung apps, but still, it's kind of annoying. So I don't even know if I have the Samsung members. I might have that over here. No, I don't even have that over here. So yeah, so there's some bloatware there, but otherwise, you know, it was a pretty seamless transfer between both of these. I will say, as I already mentioned, this was part of the pre-order that I did back a while ago, back in February. So I got it at a pretty good deal. I'm actually trading in the Tab S7 Plus. I got $600 worth of trade-in value. So the Tab S8 Plus, or the Tab S8, came down to about 140 bucks. So that's not too bad. So I got the Tab S8. I also got the book cover keyboard for free. And then I also got my SSD for free as well, or for 50 bucks. So actually, for all in total, it was 150 bucks. So I actually got the tablet for 100 bucks. So I misspoke there, but still, a killer deal. An SSD with a Tab S8, all for trading in this Tab S7 Plus for 150 bucks. That's not too bad. But real quick, actually, before I end it all, I lied. Just to let you know, these two, both slim keyboards, the Tab S8 Plus versus the Tab S8, are pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is that you get a smaller keyboard here. So you're gonna notice here that I think we're missing the function key here. So the function key is not available on the Tab S8 here. And then there's some keys here that are a lot smaller as well, or it's different in size here. The number keys are a little bit different, but otherwise they feel and sound exactly the same. So it is a smaller keyboard, so just keep that in mind too. So if I put this over top of this one, you can see it's a lot smaller. But like I said, I do see the Tab S8 as a tablet first. So I wanted to try note taking real quick. So, all right, so I'm already up in this. So I think the latency might not be as good, go away, as it was on the Tab S, or as it is on the Tab S8 Plus and Tab S8 Ultra, but do I notice a difference? No, I don't notice a difference, honestly. This feels very responsive and just feels very good overall. It is a smaller screen, sure. I'm opening stuff here and all these different things. It is a smaller screen for sure, but yeah, it feels just as good. And honestly, I do see a bit, just because it's an LCD, I see a bit of a difference in quality compared to an AMOLED display, which is, it's not terrible. Definitely noticeable to some people maybe, but you know, it's not bad at all. So yeah, I definitely think, like I said, this is might be a really nice tablet to have for notes and stuff. So that's where I'm gonna end it. I think I rambled on too much, but like I said, leave me your thoughts, your comments, your questions. What do you want to see? And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.